What did the adversary say to him? Say to the Messiah? He said, all this power has been given unto me to give unto whom I will. And look what he presented to Yeshua. He said, give me one act of worship. Right? Give me one act of worship. You know what Yeshua said? Man, you got to get to stepping. Why? Because he said what? As it is written, serve who? Yah, your Elohim. As it is written, we serve only who? The creator of heaven and earth. Only Yah, that's who we serve. Right? Verse, pick it up at verse 20. Pick it up at verse 20. And he said, I will hide my face from them, and I will see what their end shall be, for they are a very forward generation. Children in who is no faith. Look at our nation today. Look at our children. No faith. But how can you have faith if you don't know what to have faith in? If you don't have no knowledge on what to have faith in? Who's teaching our children? That's what I'm trying to do. Why? Because I know I'm going to be held accountable from what I do know. What I do know, believe me, I'm going to tell it. And I hope the young brothers and sisters, I hope all hear it, not just young and old, everyone. Why? So at the end of the day, what the young children might not get, if the elders get, they can hear it and say, you know what, man? The brother is speaking what's in the book. Line upon line and precept upon precept. He's giving you the whole holy story. And so once you get it, you can do what? Follow the commandment as Moses said. Teach your children when you wake up, when you walk by the way, right? When you lay us down, teach them who their creator is, right? Teach them that he ain't nothing to play with. So they'll learn to fear him. So they'll understand that life is a gift and it can be taken away at any time. Verse 20, I'm going to read that again. And he said, I will hide my face from them, and I will see what their end shall be. For they are a very forward generation, children in whom there is no faith. Our children don't have a system built for them. This system, again, we have to speak the truth. And a lot of times the truth is a hard pill to swallow and digest. But this is just communication in the most righteous manner that I know how to put it out there. And it's in love. Because at the end of the day, I don't care what nation you are. I can sit down and talk to you face to face the same manner. Because understand something. Most Gentiles know our history better than we know it ourselves. Our children are lost. The school system don't feed them a connection with who they are. The history is dealing with the Greeks and the Romans, right? It's so bad, the majority of our brothers and sisters, they in what? Greek fraternities. You Negroes. You're not Greek, but you adopting the nation ways, right? It's a commandment. And see, it's not just about the letter of the law, it's the spirit of it. Are we going to respect the great king? Are we going to respect him? You know, right now, out here, the biggest thing is branding. Branding our bodies, right? Painting our bodies. Tattoos, right? The Father said, make no markings in your flesh. He's telling you, learn not the ways of the nations. Where do we get this branding from? Where do we get these tattoos from? Man, Gentiles been tattooing themselves, man. Not only Gentiles, man, other nations, man, tattooing their whole bodies, man. That's their lifestyle. We then gravitated towards it. Now look at our children. They tatted up, right? Do they have any understanding? It's a commandment not to do so. But if you telling the people the Old Testament, the Torah, is done away with, understand what Yeshua said, what came out the great Messiah's mouth. He said the scriptures cannot be broken. The scriptures cannot be broken. From Genesis to Malachi is scripture. From Genesis to Malachi is scripture. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John are your gospels. Acts and so forth, your Pauline letters, the book of Revelations, right? Letters, Peter, John, James, Corinthians. These was letters sent out to what? The sanctuaries, right? The synagogues, right? That was set up, right? These brothers were setting up. I'm just moving forward to let everybody know, understand something. We have been lied to. The same way the adversary enticed Eve, right? And she believed it. He said what? You should not surely die. Didn't he make that statement? But Yah said, if you do, you will die. Didn't it come to pass? At one time, man was living right to the ages up to Methuselah, right? 900 years of age, right? You don't find nobody living past what, 120? That's what was commanded. But Yah's going to restate everything and put things back in its what, natural state, to where it's supposed to be from the beginning. It's going to all be reconciled into the manner which it was in the beginning, to a perfect state. Let's pick it up at Deuteronomy 32 and verse 21. They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not God. They have moved me to jealousy. This is the Most High. Moses is speaking the word of the true and living Elohim. He stated, they have moved me to jealousy with that which is not a mighty one, which that is not God. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities. What are vanities? A lot of times, man, we come across words, man, we better get a dictionary, man, and look it up so we can have a clear understanding, man, what the Father disliked, so we can find out if we're doing those things which he despised, so we can get that out of our life. Because at the end of the day, what you're trying to do, everything that the Father hates, what you're trying to do, you're trying to get it out your life. Why? So he will not visit you for that iniquity, for that sin. Understand this, people. Sin brings forth death. Sin brings forth transgression of the law. It can bring spiritual separation between you and your Creator, or it can bring a physical separation between you walking upon this earth or in it. Verse 21 again. They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not Elohim. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities, and I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people. I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation. Does that sound familiar? I'm going to read that again. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities, and I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people. He did not even consider the nations a people. Listen to his words. I didn't write this. The only nation of people that he considered a nation of people was Israel, because that's who he dealt with. He said, Israel, I'm going to give you my ways. I'm going to give you my wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and counsel, and power. I'm going to give you my statutes, my judgments, my laws, my commandments. I'm going to make you a people. Didn't he say, I'm going to make man in my image? And after he said, I'm going to make man in my image, what did he do? He gave man his ways and made him a nation, a people upon the face of the earth. And what did he say? Listen to the master's prayer. He said, if you pray in this manner. Our Father, which is in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, right? Let your will be done in earth as it is, what? In heaven. Let your will be done in earth as it is in heaven. He has given us his divine culture, his divine will to be done upon this earth. So in all actuality, the true and living Elohim only looked at Israel as a nation of people upon this earth. Why? He governed them with his spirit. Everybody else was off into any and everything their carnal mind desired. And understand, if you're going to serve the true and living Elohim, you have to serve him in truth. Anything else, understand something. What's the opposite of truth? Falsehood. Who's the deceiver? Satan. So if you're not serving the Most High in truth, who are you serving? Deception. Verse 22. For a fire is kindled in my anger, and shall burn unto the lowest hell, and shall consume the earth with her increase, and set on fire the foundation of the mountains, and I will heap mischief upon them, and I will spin my arrows upon them. I will heap mischief upon them. There we go. We are the most mischievous people against each other, and we wonder why. You look at other nations, man, they gonna come together, right, and work together for a common good, whatever it may be. If it's dealing with finances, any type of support system that they can put together, they're gonna get together and do it. But with us, man, listen. Only thing you got to do is flick on your TV. And when you put us in the room together, what do you have? Straight havoc. A shaking of the head, right? As scripture said, right? A shaking of the head, man. Because when people see us, that's what they do. You just see folk just look and they just start shaking their head to the left and the right, like in unbelief. Can you believe this? Look at this. Right? So all of our dysfunctions are aired on TV. And so when people see us, this is how they view us. And the ones that you do see that are Israel, but remember, all Israel is not Israel. Just because you have a dark hue, that don't make you Israel.